Wait, the kids are actually winning.
Old Barbie, can I have it? Of course, dear.
Old
It's all
Barbie?
yours. Dad, I found it in your room. Put it back now. Kids then versus the same kids now. That's so cool. I want that car when I grow up. 20 years later. This would be a sick build and would look great on Instagram. 6-year-old me when it's...
Hey, all kids would say that, right? Kids at that age would definitely say, dang, a Lambo, a G-Wagon, a Ford, a Mercedes, Corvette are way better. And they want when they grow up, right? Then once they get adult, they change their mind and get like a Honda or a Nissan or not a Porsche, but probably Porsche and probably like one of the decent.
Me as a child, counting on my fingers. Me as an adult, 10 plus 5, 50. I was never good at math.
Yeah,
me as a kid, laughing at Garfield, being lazy and annoying about Monday. Me as an adult, Monday. What puberty did to my friends. Love boys, what puberty did to me. You're not alive? Grow up to be an adult. Keep your childish habits. Did you just take both pills? Me, rewatching a sus scene from a movie that I didn't understand as a child. My god, I get it. Child nightmares.
Let's go back a little bit.
Keep your childish habits. Did you just take both pills? Me, rewatching a sus scene from a movie that I didn't understand as a child. My god, I get it. Child?
Hey, Tim, when you watch such scenes or scenes that you're not supposed to watch, right? You wouldn't even know is that they're really sus and you wouldn't understand why. But then as adult, you watch it again, you like, damn. Now I see why it actually sus. I see why.
Nightmares versus adult nightmares.
Yeah. That right? But that's making it seem like you're back in the 1700s and so, and using all kids as slaves.
Yes, they're basically slaves. Wishes as a kid. I wish I had superpowers as an adult. I wish I had some money. But if you could choose between the two, you'd rather have superpowers. I'm afraid to pronounce your name.
Yeah,
You're bad. Just call me Nicole. How is that bad? Imagine we're in public and I call you that. In the past, kids having fun on the playground versus today, adults climb buildings for fun. Patrick, parkour is illegal. Who cares? Little kid luring adults into van with candy. Well, how the turntables. Kids in the past, adults today. Teenagers having crushes on adult actors. That's fine, right? But adults having crushes on teenage actors. The fort I made as a kid, and the fort I...
Alright, a teenager having a crush on adult actors, cool. But when an adult is like the teen, now it's going to say, alright, you going to jail. Like, who in the right mind say they have a crush on a teen actor, right? Why would you ever say that, right? For me, I can say I can have a crush on a 18-year-old, 19, 20. Why? Because they're not that older than me. I can have a crush on any teenager actor that are 18 or older. I can, right? But if I'm in my 30s or my high 30s or high 40s, why would I say, well, I got a crush on an 18-year-old, or I got a crush on a 19-year-old? Why would I say it? Or I got a crush on a 17-year-old, 16, like, why would I say that? Like, yeah, 18, 19, and like, you are an adult, but why would you have a crush on them and you like 10, 20 years older than them? Like, come on.
To as an adult. Child gets mild cut on leg. Dad, looks like we're gonna have to cut it off. Child, no. Kids' interests then. Epic giant lizards from a time long before ours. Now, head in a... Me, sees niece and nephew watching Coco Melon. Turn that off, it's rotting their
Yeah, as an adult, watching Coco Melon cool when you're a kid. But then when you grow up and be an adult, you be thinking, damn, your brain is definitely rotten. Like, why are you watching Coco Melon if we're kids?
Kids don't pay taxes, yet they get playgrounds. Adults pay taxes, yet they don't get playgrounds. I want to be a Fortnite streamer when I grow up in 2020. 2010 kids. I want to be a Minecraft YouTuber when I get older. 2000s kids. I want to be a...
And come 2020, kids be saying, yeah, I want to become a streamer. I want to be like Castanet. I want to be like Duke Dinner. I want to be like LP, right? Then come 2010, before Twitch ever legit, kids were saying, man, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be like Dak. I want to be like in the city. I want to be famous. I want to have all the money, right? But what
Lego
about
set designer
2010?
when I become an adult, getting ready to leave for
Yep.
work, while wishing I was a kid again. But you're super
Thank you, Mom. Like, you be happy and generous with what you have, right? You be happy with what you have.
as a kid, finding out it's bedtime as an adult. 8-year-old me
Oh.
wanting to be an adult. Me wanting to go back to being a kid.
Okay,
14-year-olds
that
really
might
that
be,
annoying on Twitter.
adult.
Depends on the
Then once
context.
they actually
Real and
become
annoying
adult,
14-year-olds on
they're
Twitter.
not
No,
regretting
annoying
anything.
adults
Damn.
with the mental age of 14
I
years old
swear,
on Twitter.
I don't even
Yes,
liking your
there's a lot
adult
of
anymore.
man children on Twitter. Special effects in a movie you watched as a kid, and when you watch the same movie as an adult, receiving mail as a kid. I'm
Yeah.
so excited. What is this? Receiving mail as an adult. What do I owe now? It's always in an envelope.
Oh,
I always get
yeah.
like anxious.
When you receive mail at adult, you're like, damn, what else I gotta pay for? Like, I already paid for car note, I already paid for a phone bill. What other bill I gotta pay for? And now I gotta worry about how am I gonna save my money? How am I gonna keep the money? How I'm gonna survive? Like, it's so much things I gotta do. Like, you got all this like because you have to think what else I gotta do, what else.
Having my POV as an 8-year-old. Steps and Abyss. I never saw this, but these aren't really in the UK, so me as a kid. I will be an astronaut when I grow up. Me now. I wonder if McDonald's is hiring. Adult me, washing my hands after touching the remote to eat. Child me, going to the local forest's pond. Catching frogs, going back home drinking from the hose, and eating without washing my hands. If I die. I don't wash my hands after
On Christmas, you get less present, alright? As a kid, you get so much present, but once you hit, I would say hit about like 16, 17, you end die down and you end up not feeling like you need more present than you think.
Always angry at me because you're an adult man talking to a 16-year-old girl. But I act as a kid, so I am a kid. You ain't doing that illusion on me or the police.
Whoa. You're talking to a 16-year-old and you're an adult and you say, but I act as a kid. That don't make it any better. How that make it any better? That really don't make it better at all. Like, you can't go and tell the cop, oh, I talked to a 16-year-old, but I act like I'm her age. That make it better. Like, you can't fool that illusion or that skeptical mindset on a cop. You can't fool us.
Liking toys, a kid, a teenager, and adult. Yeah, because when you're a teenager, you're just finding
Once
yourself.
you're a kid,
and everyone's
you
very
like toys.
judgmental.
Kids
Every
like-
90s kid.
you like
Now
up
an
and
adult
down
is wondering
liking
how
toys.
much the
As
credit
adult, you
limit
can
and
say,
interest
nah,
was on
I
that
don't
credit
give-
card. The game I couldn't beat as a kid. Adult me. Bring it on. Me, staying home all day. 2019, lazy adult. 2020, a responsible adult. Me at 15. I'm gonna be a cool adult. I'm gonna be down with the youth. Me at
Damn.
25.
When you get 15, you always be thinking, damn, I'll be a sickest adult. I have so much money, so much car, I have everything. Like, the other one, I have the car I want, the house I want. I probably have kids. Like, I have everything I always dream of. Right? Come 25. When you turn 25, like, damn, I said I was gonna have all that. Now I just.
Dad does this trick. 5-year-old me. Got your
What?
nose. I hated that.
Dad,
You always fooled me. If
5-year-old.
replacing a dirty
Yeah,
fish
I
sponge
can
with a
see that
new one
one.
puts you in a good mood, you're officially an adult. I've been an adult since I was 6. I'm an adult, which means I don't have any hobbies. If I have any free time at all, I will go lie down. 5-year-old me, when I see
Yeah.
my dad fix the stuff I couldn't fix. 12-year-old me, after
Damn.
typing big bobbies into Google.
They really can fix certain things. And you be thinking that your parents are like superheroes. Like, your parent can fix anything in the world. And you be want to do the same thing as your parent want to do when you get an adult. Most kids do be want to do that.
22-year-old me, after typing
Yeah.
the same thing. 2003 kids, when they're about to turn 20. Okay, this meme's old. This should be for kids born in 2005. 13-year-old me, dreaming of running my own company. 25-year-old me, with a successful OF, gaming as a kid.
Hold on. You say 25-year-old me with a successful OF, but you say at 12 you dream of starting your own company. So you're telling me that when you started to actually get into making your own company, right? You got all the blueprint, you got all the plan, you got all the skill and everything. Right? You read the books, you went to school, and you did all this, right? Then come you turn 25, right? All that persuade you say it's too much, and you just say, let me see what the OF is, right? And instead you go and make it big with a company, you just gave it up and went for OF. Who does that?
Of course I lost. I'm playing against adults with better PCs. Gaming as an adult.
Yeah.
Of course I lost. I'm playing against kids with more free time. Going to bed early. Not
Yeah,
leaving my house.
adult-
Not going to
you
a party.
definitely
My childhood
play against
punishments
kids who have
have become
more
my
free time.
adult goals. Children's books, instruction manuals, not enjoying them without pictures. Me listening
Damn,
to
kids
Barbie
don't
Girl
even
again.
like it
As an
when
adult,
they got
realizing
worse.
it's not
When
about a
they got
kid's
worse,
toy. How I
kids
saw
not gonna
bees
read
as
a
a
book.
child. How I see bees as an adult. I always loved bees. They're cute. They've never meant harm to me. They don't mean harm to anyone.
Yeah.
Math as a kid and math as
Most
an adult.
adults
Teenagers
don't
in
see that.
anime. Adults in anime. Old people in anime. They're always so jacked. Old people are the strongest. I think as adults,
Yeah.
it's our responsibility to be nice to kids and treat them with respect. We wish we got
True.
at that age.
True
I'm
on
not
that.
kidding or exaggerating in the least. Everyone attributes their struggles as an adult to childhood trauma, but nobody wants to
what
give
struggle?
grace to children. Fascinating. What adults see versus what kids see. Adult women have more use for pockets than baby style
Yeah.
clothing companies.
They
What
do.
adults see versus what kids see. Adults when a child talks about wanting to become a dragon when they
Yeah.
grow up are encouraging. Adults when a teen talks about their mildly unconventional career goals. Give up on your dream and die. Adults when they meet their old friends. Teenagers
Yeah.
meeting their old friends. Girls. Childbirth.
We gotta replay that part again. Alright, when a teen talk about their entrepreneurial career and goals that they want to achieve, parents be saying, you're not going to achieve it. Just give it up, cause you're weak. Like, now that making them feel like they're nothing. You can't go and tell a teenager that they will never be a YouTuber, never be a Twitch streamer, they will never be nothing. Like, you can't tell a teenager that. Cause now you're bashing their dream. Like, when you been their age, didn't you have dreams? And what happened to your dream? You gave up and you went and sell for less, and I said, nah, I just gonna work at McDonald's for my whole entire year and life until I die. What? Like, come on. Like, you can't get mad at a teenager that wanted to do a dream and you didn't achieve your dream because you just went and sell for less. Like, yeah, you probably successful at it, but like, did you want to do it when you been their age? No. Like, when I look in the world, when I look in a fast food restaurant, a lot of adults in the fast food restaurant never ever want to be in that industry, right? Right? And then when they see other kids doing things that they never did, they be so mad to themselves because instead they don't actually take the opportunity to actually do what these kids are doing. They go and just say, let me work at Chick-fil-A, let me work at a store, let me work at a bottle or gas station, alright? And let me just be a manager at it. And let me just do that for the rest of my year, the rest of my life, and the rest of my career. Right? But then other dope people want to be doctor, want to be lawyer, nurse, want to do truck driving, be an artist, right? And instead of them continue doing what they love to do, they did self for less, right? So don't get mad when a kid want to do better than you.
Goals. Give up on your dream and die. Adults when they meet their
Damn.
old friends. Teenagers meeting their old friends. Girls. Childbirth is very painful. Boys who have gotten their
Childbirth is
PP
definitely
stuck in
painful
between
for
their
certain girls.
trouser zipper. Pathetic. You're almost an
Kid.
adult. Do it yourself. You're
Yeah.
just a kid. You don't know anything. Parents. More like teachers actually. Teachers did this a lot in sixth. Never ending story
Yeah.
when I was a kid. The never ending story as an adult. Pushing the shopping cart as an adult. Pushing it as a kid. Getting sick as an adult and getting sick as a kid. It's great when you're sick because you
And when you getting sick as a kid, it's great because then you can skip school and do whatever you want. But then getting sick as an adult, you feel like you about to die. You feel like you on your deathbed. You feel like the whole world about to end and crumble in the palm of your hand just by a mere seconds. And that's crazy.
I can read several books in a short amount of time and have several friends that I see often. I have high hopes and dreams that no one will stop me from trying to achieve. Child actor turns 18. Game of Thrones directors. Showtime. Child has blood type B+. Asian parents. Shame. Child. My stomach hurts. Mums. It's because of that phone. 7-year-old me when my parents are leaving home versus 16-year-old me. Me as a kid watching Disney Hercules. Zeus is a family man. Me as an adult reading Greek mythology. Oh, that was a lie. Snow as a kid versus snow as an adult. I will always love snow. You will not make me hate snow, whoever made this meme. $20 is, $100, $20. Me. Gets you ready for work, knowing that there are 10-year-olds on YouTube who make more money than one video than I make in one whole year. That's why you gotta have a kid and then make that kid pay. Getting bored at family gatherings. That one cool and friendly 20-year-old cousin.
When you're 10 years old, sometimes family gatherings just don't feel the same. It just get boring. But when you end up finding that one cool, friendly 20-year-old cousin or someone that can actually hang out with you, you feel a little better.
Children must have adult supervision. Adults, children. When you and Jimmy want to play with the leaf blower, but mum says it's only for adults. Well then we'll become the size of an adult. Showing mum a meme on my phone. Showing dad a meme on my phone. Kids, adults, legends. Clothes I liked as a kid. Clothes I liked as a teen and adult. I really just went through really colorful stuff and really dark stuff. I think over quarantine I was wearing dark clothes.
Yeah, I never did.
Back to normal. I gave my son this book to read to prepare him for what it's like to be an adult. I hate everything. He's learning. Animation is something kids enjoy and adults endure. Primal, Archer, Invincible, Disenchantment, BoJack Horseman, etc. A friend of mine was like, being 27 is weird because it means you're not a kid, but you're also, what do you mean you're not quite an adult? And it's like, dude, being 27 means you're for sure an adult. I think past the age of yeah, you're definitely adult. Like definitely. Obviously 18, yeah, it's still adult, but I think it's like semi-adult. Disney movies at age 8. Stop singing and get back to the story. Age 22. Nah, I'm still like, stop singing. Depression as a kid versus depression as an adult. When kids say a joke, when my parents say the exact same joke, kids, adults,
yeah. When adults say the same joke that your friends say, it's like, yeah, we get it. I already heard that, like, my friend already said that joke already. Like, it's cool. But you saying it like you just mess up the whole trend of that whole joke.
People who buy Hot Wheels. Kids, nostalgic adults. Crime bosses planning heists. When a girl needs help versus when a boy needs help. My parents at age 29. Let's have a baby. Yeah, me at age 29. It took me 20 minutes to make this meme. When your friends are over, as a kid versus as an adult. Hillary, are you okay? I've had an upsetting dream about you losing a hand the last 2 nights. Be careful, my dreams have come to life at times. Seriously, I love you too much to see you suffer. Hugs. Mum. Hillary is just fine. Did not wake up with one hand. Boomer that had it easy. Being an adult must be so amazing. Kid born between the years 1975 and 2005. We screwed you. Life is hard for me. So much bills. I agree. I can't complete this level. 10-year-old me. I'm never going to.
What? How does the same in struggling, paying the bill, the mortgage, and car note level? Or something in a video game.
Boring adults, always in a bad mood. Me today, playing video games.
This is
awesome. When you're older, this is still awesome. Once I learn how to articulate my thoughts, you guys are screwed. Me as a kid, watching a scene in a movie. Me, rewatching the scene as an adult. Now I understand what they were insinuating.
Yeah,
young versus adult versus old. You're still a virgin, man. Swearing in dialogue is bad. Swearing makes the show mature and adult. How am I supposed to know this isn't for kids if they don't say all the bad words, all swear words all the time? Swearing in dialogue is bad. I don't think it's bad or good. I think it can work and I think it can't work. I need to spam it. What adults see versus what kids see. That kid who listened to the adults. I hate being bullied. If only I had the nuts to stand up for myself. It's not his fault anyway. He has problems at home. He's just lashing out. I kind of feel sorry for him. Violence is never okay. I'm part of the problem. I should offer him my lunch money. The best and worst advice is to just fight back. You gotta stand your ground. Baby. Hey, daddy is the best. You don't know anything talking, Dad. Leave
got
me
kids in
alone.
adult
Youth.
school. I
Maybe
didn't
I
know.
should ask Dad about this, adult. I wish Dad was here so I could hear his opinion. Me, as a kid, not understanding the jokes and the commercials that would come on. Me, as an adult, finally understanding them. Also me, as an adult, knowing we'll never get those kind of commercials again. And we're stuck with the same overly subdued and safe commercials. Me, hurting my knee as a kid. And as an adult. Christmas as a kid versus as an adult. Dad has given Dobby a sock when you're a kid and a grown-up thinks you're cool and likes talking to you. When you're an adult and a kid thinks you're cool and likes talking to you. Going to grandma's as a kid versus going to grandma's as an adult. Being spanked as a kid versus an I can't say I agree. The kid at the orphanage watching adult movies hoping his parents might walk in during a doing the deed scene. Then enjoying Linkin Park as a kid. Now understanding their lyrics. As a kid, snacks. As an adult, bath salts. No. Saying that adults are idiots as a kid. Saying that kids are idiots as an adult. Saying that adults are idiots as an adult because you want to be a kid. Saying that kids are idiots as a kid. So that when you become an adult, you're right. Nap time, childhood versus adulthood.
Right about what?
Praise the Lord. I still don't like sleeping. God. An older woman had a public meltdown moment at me over the summer, and at one point, I got so frustrated I snapped, Your adult kids don't speak to you, do they? Her face froze in a look of horror for a few seconds, and I felt pure triumph. 12-year-old me, realizing adults are just kids with responsibilities. My dear ladies, being independent isn't something to brag about. You're doing exactly what is expected of any adult human being when you're an adult, and now you have to go to the doctors alone. Netflix executives with poorly made adult cartoons. Netflix executives with well-made and written adult cartoons. My parents at age 23. Let's migrate to another country so our kids can have opportunities. Yes, me at 23. You can put anything in this air fryer. 7-year-old me, realizing I'll die someday. Adult me, remembering I'll die someday. Me,
7-year-old you realizing that you gonna die someday, and you are adult, you're like, sooner or later, I might die, and I don't know when, but just pray for me.
Understanding an adult joke I shouldn't. My mum, my dad, me as a kid, jumped from twice my height and had a little bruise. As an adult, I slept an hour in the wrong posture, suffering from scoliosis now. No more child actors. Children don't deserve to be exposed to Hollywood. From now on, all children will be portrayed by adults walking on their knees. Mother, Sarah, it's 10 o'clock, bedtime. Hugh Jackman in a blonde wig with pigtails. But Mom, on average, a parent feeds for approximately 12 hours per day. This is the same as an adult at home under quarantine, which is why we called it a pandemic. Future me, watching myself not socializing in my teen years and ending up with no... Whoa, it's a personal meme, bro. If you went through this, we'll get better. Just gonna go outside of your comfort zone. Get yourself out there. Am I an adult who knows the consequences of eating excess sugar? Yes. Am I also eating cake out of a pan over the sink like a fat little dessert goblin? Also yes. Young, you've got time, you've got no money, you've got lots of energy. When you're an adult, you've got little time, money, energy. When you're old, you've got time and money, no energy. Me, no time, no money, no energy, no friends, no reasons to live. The guy that thought letting a group of kids run a town without any adult supervision was a good idea for a TV show, watching as it turns out to be a complete disaster. It's interesting growing up and learning that most adults are not smart. I had my suspicions as a kid, but I didn't think the situation was this dire. Just a bunch of people pretending they know what to do. Juvenile punks are brightly colored as a form of protective visibility, allowing their parents to find them easily and preventing injuries such as traffic misshapes and accidental mosh pit squishing. As they mature, punks develop their darker, studded adult plumage. That was not the description I was expecting. The baby punk already has a skull patch on their jacket. This action is turned off for content that is made for kids. But I'm using regular adult YouTube. Mini player is off for videos made for kids. This is Metallica guitar tutorial. Try YouTube Kids. Bye. Nintendo Switch game cartridges taste so bad, so kids won't put them in their mouths. Grown adults licking them, making sure they taste bad, yeah. Let's get married and have kids so they can pick some animated garbage for movies. You can look at memes on your phone while it goes off.
I gotta read that. It said, let's get married and have kids so they can pick animated garbage for movie night, and you can look at memes on your phone while I doze off. So y'all just gonna get married and have kids so they can pick some animated garbage movie, and then y'all can go to sleep. How that even point? What? I'm confused on what y'all trying to say about that comment thing. Made no sense at all.
You all stop with the adults with jobs and families don't have time for gaming for 5 minutes. You're not going to make me want to get a job and have kids. I don't want kids in the first place, but still. You're just going to downvote me? Go ahead. I wanted to get this off my chest. I mean, you don't have a job? Jobless. When the friendship with that one girl is so goated, she starts giving you bro vibes. Men have discovered being friends with women. I do think men can be friends with women, but I don't think if you have a girlfriend, I don't think she should have a guy best friend. Like, you should be the best. Yeah. I think having girls who are friends is very important. I wouldn't have said this though 5 years ago.